Paul. Crazy afternoon of football here up in Spennymoor. What's the take on that one?
Well, obviously you can't come away from home, score 4 and not get anything out of the game. We couldn't defend from set pieces, long throws, corners, and that was it really. So we played well in the game, open play, but if you can't defend from set pieces, then you've got a problem. And the 2 other goals that we conceded that weren't from set pieces were really sloppy as well, which we just talked about. So it's sobering in some ways, because you just cannot. We got to look at things. We got to look at the makeup of the squad. Do we need a couple of different players, or can players begin to learn to deal with those situations? Because at the minute, we're obviously not doing it.
And I think today really showed that this league, if you stand still for too long, it certainly catches up on you, with them scoring 4 goals in a mad 15 minutes really in the second half.
Yeah, look, they're a good team. They're near the top of the league. They're a big physical team, and they deliver quality into the box from dead balls, from throw-ins, and they win first contacts. And today they won too many first contacts and second contacts in our box, and that was it. There's a couple of organisational things we didn't do, like put men in certain places where we should have them, on a couple of them, and then. Look, I think there's some real positives. We've scored 4 against a team who's kept a lot of clean sheets. We looked like scored more, if I'm honest. The game's changed on, obviously, right, there's no excuses from our point, because you cannot concede 6 from set pieces and make any excuses. However, the game hinged on a couple of moments really where although they've equalised, we've gone back in front, which was really positive. Our reaction to go back in front, having been pegged back, was excellent. They come back again to 3-3, and then we've scored a goal to go 4-3 up, which is never a foul. So, and that's the thing that you get. I'm finding in this league that away from home, in a hostile environment, they didn't get everything their own way in the first half. The crowd got up, the manager spoke to the ref, and in the second half, we get a goal disallowed in their box, where if you look at the wrestling and pulling and shoving and the way that their 9's, he's a good player, very good player, big physical player, who's ragging people about down the other end. I don't see how we can get that given as a foul against us to go 4-3 up. Then at the other end, so they disallow one where we go 4-3 up. Then at the other end, Cogs keeps the ball in play on the opposite side from the linesman with his body in the way, and the ball's stayed in play. All the players around it. I don't think the ref wanted to give it as a corner either. And then they score from that corner to go 4-3 up. Now again, we've got to look at how we defend those corners, but 6-4 sounds horrendous, and it is. But there were moments where that game could have gone in a different way. And
obviously it's great to get back among scoring 4 goals, especially with our front men getting in on the action as well, with Adlai and Rick in amongst the goals also. How sort of key part will they play now looking ahead to Tuesday's home fixture?
Yeah, I thought Ricardo did his job really well. I don't think he had a lot to do. I mean, Twama's pass for him for his goal is outstanding. He finishes it really well from a tight angle. That's what he does. And Twama's pass for that, and his goal himself, Lewis's goal, was outstanding. I thought those 2 were excellent. I thought Jack Evans was outstanding. And they're positives. We've scored 4, and those goals are what's going to put us wherever we finish. It'll be due to the fact that we have so many goals in us this season. We have to tighten up. I have to, either players, individuals, and as a group, we have to tighten up from those set. We have to give few of them away. We have to be braver in terms of giving away less corners and less throw-ins. To find better ways of playing out. And then we have to defend them better. And if we can't do that, then a couple of things will need to change. And that's it. But certainly the positive is the goals that we're scoring. We can score goals, and therefore that's why I'm confident going forward that we're going to have a positive season.
And as you mentioned, obviously back at home Tuesday evening now in a big fixture against Kidderminster. What's the sort of thoughts of that one, and the message really, just how much we need people to get behind us?
Yeah, we need everyone to come and get behind us. We're up against a full-time team at home, and I think this weekend, today and Tuesday, is a real marker of how far we've come as a football club over the last few years. We've travelled so far today, and that's because of the level that we're now at. We've stayed overnight, everything was done properly, and I thank the club for that. We've had really good preparation for the game, and that kind of highlights how far we've come. And the second part of that then is hosting Kidderminster Harriers at home on Tuesday night under the lights at Pendarren Park. That again signals where we've come from. These are the games that we want. We need all the supporters to come out and get behind us, because the boys are doing their absolute best. No, everybody's doing their best. It's, you know, some people may not be good enough. Some people, you know, we're making mistakes, and we'll work through that as we move forward. But you can't question the effort of anybody in this squad, and so I really want everybody to come out, get behind the boys on Tuesday, and we've already discussed it, that we really want to approach that game positively and put right the wrongs that are today, because in open play we've been pretty good, other than defending in our own third, and especially those set pieces. So we're going to put those things right on Tuesday, and we want all the supporters to come out and get behind us, and come and give us their support, because we need them now.
That's great. Thanks, Paul.
Cheers, Jack.